Hi, I'm Lauren Green, and you are in the strategy room. The news from Trump Tower today: Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions, a longtime supporter of Donald Trump, has been offered the position of Attorney General. And should Sessions accept, this will be the first of Trump's cabinet choices. The Attorney General's role is just the first of several Trump nominations expected to be announced in the next couple of days and weeks. And joining me now to discuss, Professor at Iona College and strategist at Applied Economics, Jeanne Zaino, and Vice President of the Manhattan Republican Party, Morgenstern. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Okay, Jeanne, what do you make of Jeff Sessions as Attorney General? I mean, it seems like a good pick, but then there were others such as, you know, Ted Cruz, Rudy Giuliani, John Bolton, Chris Kobach. I mean, there are a lot of folks up here.
There's a lot of possible names. Jeff Sessions was the first senator to come out, obviously, for Donald Trump, so it does show that Donald Trump really does prize loyalty.
Yeah.
You knew he was going to get a position. He had expressed his interest, so it's not a surprise there. I think the big question going forward is, how is Sessions received? You know, he famously went up for confirmation about 30 years ago and was denied by the Senate. He has a history of making some controversial remarks, controversial statements and actions, and that can give trouble because, of course, this is an incredibly important position, Attorney General of the United States. So I think he is going to face some, you know, even from his own party, the Republicans, I think he is going to face some big questions, and I think he's going to have to make the case that he is the person for this job. And I'm certain that Democrats at this point are feeling like this is a choice that they wish he had gone in another direction.
You know, Brian, it's very interesting because, you know, President Obama got in trouble because many felt that he did not follow the rule of law, just follow the laws in the book. And so this job of attorney, and his Attorney General, of course, was in his camp that way. Sessions is not that kind of Attorney General. He will follow the rule of law.
Yeah.
I mean, your thoughts about Trump going after him, is that one of the reasons?
Well, I think so. One of Sessions' talking points as a senator and candidate for Senate over the past 20 years has been rule of law and, by the way, enforcing immigration laws. That's been a big talking point, of course, of his and the Trump campaigns. In terms of his qualifications, he was a United States attorney before he was ever a senator. He's been a federal prosecutor. He's been a senior member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, which, of course, has oversight over the Department of Justice and investigatory duties and confirmation-type duties.
So he's a shoo-in for being confirmed, then?
Well, I would say so, because while those controversial remarks gave him issues 30 years ago, in the past 20 years, he's been developing relationships with the senators who are going to have to confirm him. So that's a pretty big leg up. And in terms of, you know, the way he sees enforcing the law, it seems like he and Trump are pretty, you know, simpatico there.
Yeah. You know, Jeanne, it's very interesting because one of the more interesting meetings he's going to have is with Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney was one of his greatest critics, and yet it seems as though he's bringing this person back into the fold. And it's not, he's not going to meet at Trump Tower. They're going to meet on the golf course. Your thoughts just about Mitt Romney as Secretary of State?
I think it would be an incredibly interesting choice. I think it would be, from a PR perspective, a very positive move on Trump's part. I've long said I think he should reach not only across the Republican Party to people who may not have supported him, like Mitt Romney, but also into the Democratic Party and try to pick people, regardless of party affiliation, that he thinks are best for the job. Because if you think about it, that's what Donald Trump has been saying all along to the American people, that he is going to pick the person who is best for the job. And Mitt Romney is a very interesting choice. If indeed that's where they're headed and he is named as Secretary of State, I think it would be a really important statement on Donald Trump's part. And my question is, you know, would Mitt Romney accept something like that? His visit is an indication he must be interested in at least having the conversation, and who knows where it will go after that.
You know, Brian, I'm interested in just knowing sort of the pace and the personnel, just your overall thoughts about, is this moving quickly or not quickly enough? And then just certainly general thoughts about the personnel he's choosing.
Sure. He's moving faster than past presidents have. In fact, I think over the last several administrations, the first couple of picks were not till late November. Then you get into the main cabinet choices in, you know, maybe mid-December or so. Of course, when you think about the Bush administration, we didn't even know they had won the election until mid-December. You know, so the fact that he's got an Attorney General pick, a National Security Advisor, a Chief of Staff, Senior Advisor, I mean, he's moving ahead of pace for past administrations. So all this hullabaloo about the administration being in disarray, I think, seems, you know, overblown. In terms of the personnel, I mean, so far, it's people who have had his ear during the campaign. These are people who he already trusts, and that's who you would expect a president to choose right away. These are the people who have been advising me and helped me succeed to this point. Why would he change course? There is some indication that he could assemble a team of rivals if he picks people like Romney, or if he brings people into the business community who maybe, you know, he hasn't necessarily worked together, but were competitors of his. You know,
well, he's not compiling a group of yes men and women. I mean, it seems as though he wants people to actually give it to him straight.
Well, that seems to be it, and he, you know, he says he wants killers to be acting on behalf of our country, and to do that, you have to broaden, you know, beyond the scope of just the people who have already been on your side. You have to look for the best talent, and as a business person, it seems like that's the direction he's going in, which, you know, probably a good move for building consensus.
All right, I want to thank you so much, Jeanne and Brian, for being here.
Thank you.
And for complete political coverage, stay right here at foxnews.com. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.